Oh, whoops. Hey, there you are. How are you? How y'all doing? Now it's a party. There we go. Took me a second to remember what I was doing. No, it wasn't. I would love it if y'all shared this on Twitter because that'd be hot. I'm gonna make a tweet there right now. So I'm gonna say, "Hey y'all, I'm on the YouTubes." I'm too used to Twitch, so my apologies. Which actually, I'm not that used to Twitch. I haven't been on there in a minute. I'm going to be doing a haul and a chapter live. I say, hey, I'm live, and I'm also going to be doing this live. Yeah, basically. But all right, cool. Here's me. All right. How y'all doing? Hi, hello. Please ignore my chest. I put expired sunscreen on, and I'm like super itchy. Do you see this? Anyway. So if you feel me just caressing myself, it's because I'm itchy. How's everybody doing today? Oh, I just realized I don't technically need my headphones in, but I'll leave them in. But I don't technically need them in. Look at all those freebies. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There's a whole whack of them. I have another one right here. I took this one's skin off today. Love the hair. You mean my hair that I have not cut in since January 1st? I shaved my head on January 1st, and this is completely untouched 4-month growth. So so cute. Thank you. I'm great. I got my first vaccine shot yesterday. I am jealous. Jealous. We can talk a little bit about vaccine stuff if you want, and current state of the world if you want, just for a little bit, because I'll be honest, it is a source of stress for me, as it is, I think, with a lot of people right now, especially being in Ontario, and my city has the highest cases that it's ever had. And I don't think I personally will be getting a vaccine this year based on my government and my provincial leaders. So that's fun. But I'm very happy that everyone else is getting their vaccines. However, there are times where I log onto Twitter and I have to throw my phone across the room and walk away and take a deep breath, because as excited as I am for everybody, I am also equally upset for myself. And so it's kind of a catch-22. So it's yeah, it's a little tricky, but so I'm going to chit chat for like 18 minutes or so until right on the hour. It's going to be 5 p.m. where I am, and that is when I'm going to get into the books that I'm reading. Oh, I bought 6 new books today based on actually a tweet that I sent out on Twitter asking everybody for new books, like newly released books. That's like the best book they've read so far, because I realized I had pre-ordered up until the end of March, and then I kind of didn't continue my like April, May, June pre-orders. And so I kind of just wanted some new stuff. So I bought 6 new books. I have 7 here because there's one that anyway, I have 7 books that I'm going to do a chapter. But we figured we'll chit chat, catch up for the next like my chest is so itchy, for the next 17 minutes or so, and then we'll get into that. So Yes, Queen. I'm in Alberta and suffering. Oh, your makeup looks so cute in that picture, by the way. Oh, so cute. Yeah, Alberta's Canada in general is just not doing great. So come down to Kentucky. I made the appointment on Monday and got the shot on Tuesday. I'm jealous. I wish that hi, I'm live.
Oh, sorry. Oh, but I brought. You said you needed some washers.
Possibly. Possibly.
Do you want me to come help you later?
I'll show you. So basically,
well, I don't want to interrupt your stream.
What's that?
I don't want to interrupt your stream.
But basically, I need to be able. That might work.
Yeah.
But the thing is that the screw itself is. Here, I'll show you. The screw itself is like lower and deep. You see?
Well, if I can figure out the thread count on the screw, I might have.
Please get the cat out of this room.
I might have screws downstairs that are bigger. Maybe we can try. We can
see,
try it later.
Because this goes like lower.
Okay.
And so I need something. I need basically like almost a longer screw.
We can take a look at what I have downstairs and say might have something.
Anyway, we'll figure it out.
Do you need any more of these?
I grabbed one.
Do you need any more?
No, I don't think so.
No? Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
It's okay. Thank you. Sorry, Jeff was helping me out. I had a Furby issue. Basically, I'm not going to get right into Furbies right now, but basically the battery compartment I have for one of them, the little thing broke. And so it's really tricky because the screw goes lower. I don't know if you can see this. The screw goes low in the thing, and I almost need like a washer to go on top of it. Anyway, it's an issue. The Furby emergency. Oh yeah, he kind of pops in. So I'm in Ontario too. I wish I was getting mine. Ugh. Yeah, I feel that. I feel that very much. I got my second vaccine shot this month, bonus of a compromised immune system. I mean, hey, if you're going to get a bonus for anything, I mean, if you have a compromised immune system and you're going to get anything out of it, at the very least, a vaccine. I'm trying to open this window because it's hot in here. I love new books. Me too. I actually don't know a whole lot about any of them that I bought. I kind of bought them off of Twitter's recommendation. So I'm gonna find out if I even like them, and then we're gonna try a chapter as well. So, Makeup for Pride. Oh, it's so cute. Hell yeah, part of the Alphabet Mafia, baby. You said no, wait for those who are in need. That's nice. I have a compromised immune system, still waiting for Quebec to get their act together. Canada. I mean, it's hard because, you know, I talk about Canada and where I'm in Ontario, and it's kind of like we don't get tornadoes, we don't get tsunamis, we don't get volcanoes, we don't get hurricanes or earthquakes or really anything other than a lot of snow in the winter. And so, you know, like it's in terms of that, I've always considered myself pretty lucky. And then, you know, Canada, so you assume free healthcare and all of that. And to see to see my country and my province specifically not tackling this one thing that you sort of assume that they would be able to get under control is just so yeah, there's a lot of stress there. How many people are here? Oh, 33. Nice. I have a oh, sorry. Definitely. I'm in the UK. How's the UK doing right now? Anyway, like with everything. I have some family in the UK. Well, Jeff's family. Well, my thoughts exactly. We need to get our act together. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. Oh, I just got a tweet that says, "Please ask your local bookseller if buying books is right for you." Serotonin can last 2 to 120 hours. Um, yeah, I unfortunately did not buy these from a local bookseller. I kind of just had a moment today where I just needed to buy books, and I impulsively just bought books from Chapters slash Indigo, which I don't even support because I used to work for them and they suck. So I'm here for the Indigo chapter slander, baby. I'm just kidding, but not really. Um, yeah, I mean, hopefully once the ball rolling, it won't take too long. You're in Nova Scotia. I've been doing fairly well, especially in my end of Nova Scotia. But the rollout of the vaccine is so slow. At least your numbers aren't your numbers aren't bad. Hopefully aren't that bad. God, check out Ottawa right now. It's ridiculous. Like we had, keep in mind, I panicked and we had one case in Ottawa, and I panicked like even more so when we had like 100 cases. Oh no, for the last like 5 days, we're at like 350 like a day, and I'm like, excuse me. I think I'll just again throw my phone across the room, and UK was doing really badly. UK was doing really badly. Done well in terms of vaccine rollout. Things can actually open again. We're currently in a stay-at-home order. Well, listen, I'm not going to get in. We were in a red zone, then we were in a gray zone, then we were in a shutdown, then we were in a lockdown. Then we were in a emergency break, and then now we're in a stay-at-home order. But you can go to parks, you can get golf, you can get beer, but you can't buy clothes, underwear. Like, just I don't want to talk about it. I want to get totally right into that. Ugh. It makes me go crazy. So, yeah. But luckily, everyone I know is okay. So far, no one I personally know has COVID except for a friend of mine out in BC. She got the like South African variant or something like that, which is scary. But luckily, everyone is okay. Jeff's sister got her vaccine, and his dad got his. So his dad was compromised, and then his sister works in healthcare. So at the very least, some people we know, but I'm still not interacting with anybody at all. So that's why I'm here. So yeah, any more questions for the next like 9 minutes or so, and then we'll get into the haul and the try a chapter live, which if you want to read along with me, it's not necessarily reading sprint. It's just going to be, I'm going to try a chapter and give you guys my live opinions. It's kind of like a vlog, only I don't have to edit anything. And you get my opinions now. So it'll be fun. Funny enough, Coles used to be okay, but once they went to Indigo, it went bad. Yeah. I wish the US was still under stay-at-home orders. Is it like by state or by county even? I'm not even too sure. Some stuff they're saying is essential really isn't, like clothes and everything should be essential. I agree, but also like I agree, don't like yes. However, I feel like for me personally, I feel like it should be everything's locked down except for I'm not going to get into my own. I shouldn't get into my own personal opinions. Basically, I think everything should be shut down. Curbside pickup should just like everything, just shut it down for like a month, just everything, except for groceries, pharmacy, and then even in that, then just shut everything down. Just shut it down. Just 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 shut it down. Like just give me a curfew. I don't care. Like I don't just shut it down. Just everything. But it's just the fact that it's like we have people in like a city or a town over from us who are holding like anti-mask like bar parties. Ugh, screw the government. And I'm just like, Sick. No, um I've never been more high stress than I am lately. But anyway. But in good news, guess who officially has an ADHD diagnosis? What? Like you guys didn't see that one coming. So, we started ADHD medication, which I'm on right now. It's really helping me focus. I've actually read some books. I've taken care of some stuff. I've cleaned my house. Don't get me wrong, I still have anxiety and depression, so some days are better than others, but at the very least, I can focus a little bit, which is really nice. Oops. As far as I know, I don't think anything is required stay at home in the US. I also live in, I'm assuming, New Hampshire, where they have been very lax for the majority of the lockdown. It's state by state, but nearly every state is fully open. Blah, blah, blah. Yikes. I'm happy for you that you have a diagnosis. I still put off going to the doctor for my undiagnosed depression and anxiety. It's stressful, and if ever you want to talk about it, you can hit me up on Twitter. It might take a minute for me to respond back to you, but I'll never ignore people who need a little bit of guidance when it comes to doctor stuff or anxiety, depression stuff, because it's I've had personal experiences where I have like, hey, I need some help, and it doesn't happen. Like it's really tricky in the system. One, to admit that you need some assistance. Two, to get that assistance, and then sort of to navigate. I always say, like, I need therapy to figure out how to go to therapy. So getting over that hurdle with that is not easy, and I can definitely relate to that. So if ever you want to talk privately about that, let me know. I'm not going to be anyone's therapist, but I can kind of, at the very least, be like a, hey, you got this. It's you can do it. That's coming from me who can't make a phone call. So I mean, take it for what you will. But yeah. We've had such a farce in England just because we were told so many different things. Stay at home, go to work if you can. Oh yeah, here it's I'm sure equally bad, if not worse here. Like I don't know, but I imagine it's more of the same. Missing your Stephen King Sunday reviews. Yeah, that's something I want to get back into. I recently finished a Stephen King book. Wow, I know, but it's been like 8 months. So I realized that Stephen King audiobooks. Okay, well, we'll get into my book reading lately. But Stephen King audiobooks, at least, is something that I like to listen to a couple hours before I go to bed, and I can play Stardew Valley while I listen to that audiobook. A lot of the time with audiobook, if it's a new book or if it's a new author or genre, I find it hard to listen to an audiobook and do something else. But with Stephen King books, I've realized that like I've actually really started to like playing Stardew Valley while listening to an audiobook. So it's helping me get through those a little bit more. So you can expect more Stephen King stuff soon. I appreciate that. Anytime. It was a relief when I was diagnosed for mental health. It took so long, though. Medication definitely helped. 100% agree. It isn't easy. It took me years to seek help. Oh, it's taken me years as well. And it's a constant thing. Like, this is actually why I bought books today. I was supposed to have a therapy appointment today, and my therapist rescheduled. And I'm like, ah! I was really mad because I had like I still do have a list here of like stuff I wanted to touch on and stuff I wanted to vent about. So as a coping mechanism for a lot of like built up stress and anxiety, I just went and bought books. So don't know if that's healthy, but you get a book haul, so it is what it is. My daughter, 19, was recently diagnosed with ADHD, but still trying to figure out the right meds. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out. It's been a week on my new stuff, and I'm still trying to figure out if it's the right dosage, and it might take months. And You kind of got to go in knowing that. My biggest advice is to like track daily any ups and downs, um, moods, shifts, even like those little subtle realizations like, hey, I feel really good today, or hey, I was able to focus and fold my laundry without trying to find a podcast, without trying to then go on TikTok for 6 hours. Like even those little successes like that, I track them. Yeah, you got this. Your daughter got this, I should say. I was ill for months before the doctors realized something was seriously wrong. I ended up needing major surgery and then got my official diagnosis of Crohn's, anxiety, and depression. I'm sorry about that because that sucks. I'm really sorry for that. That's not fun. But I'm happy at the very least you're trying, hopefully getting some help with it. I love Stephen King audiobooks. He always has such good narrators. He does, yeah. Some of them are duds, but like some of them are really on point. I love listening to audiobooks while I crochet. That would be fun, like doing something with your hands while doing that. That's more what it is. So I can't like read other things and listen. So Stardew Valley is like a fun game to do. Like even Animal Crossing because there's too much dialogue. Like my brain doesn't work. But what Stephen King did you recently finish? Did you like it? I'm in the middle of The Stand and loving it. Ooh, good luck with The Stand. That's always a good one. Okay, it's a 5 o'clock hit, so I'm gonna get into books soon. I'm gonna finish up these last little bit of comments here, and then I'm gonna get into the haul. I finished The Dark Half is what I finished, and because I read it over the course of so many months, I liked it. Yeah, I liked it. I guess it was fine. I ended up giving it 3 stars. It was okay. I'm about to start The Talisman. I couldn't finish that one for some reason. I got started. It was interesting, and then I don't know. That was one I paused. Stephen King isn't for me at the moment, but I love hearing your reviews. Stephen King hasn't been for me at the moment, really either. I just got sick of some of the shit that he was posting on Twitter. I'm not going to get into it, but he's got opinions, and he's an old white man, and I just got so sick of reading old white man books for a while that I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. That being said, I have a lot, and I will still continue to read them. But I'm trying to. It's how do I say this? I don't want to offend anybody. I really, really don't. Like I really, really don't. But liking Stephen King is not a personality trait, especially in the booktube world. Um, and I think that my channel, obviously, I made it a thing for a little while. But I feel like a lot of people will use Stephen King because people want to read Stephen King. He's popular as a way to get a little bit more views on their channel. And liking Stephen King is not a personality trait. And in fact, like I'm just kind of slowly but surely tried to steer away from that. Not to say that I won't talk about him on my channel, but I don't think it's going to be as big as a focus as it originally was. So just there you go. I felt the urge to pick up Bag of Bones, so I'm going to start that one today. I know nothing about that one. I have it. I think it's about an artist. Let me know if that's the one about painting. And he like goes into the painting or something like that. Ooh, coloring app or crochet while listening to audiobooks is perfect. That sounds fun. Cross stitching? I cross stitched for a little while. The Dark Half is a favorite of mine. I love his writer-centered stories, but definitely understand it not being a fave for most people. I did like the ending. I like the end sort of uh part of it, like where it gets more like horror-y and stuff. The thing is I read it over the course of months and I paused it and started it and paused it and started it. So I think the beginning of it was so dull for me that by the time I got into the end where I actually cared, it was just like, oh god, I just want this to be over. That was a me thing, not a book thing. Hello, how are you? What Stephen King book would you recommend for beginners? I have some opinions. It depends really on what you like, and if you like fast-paced I okay. Mhm. If you like fast-paced stuff, there's a different recommendation. If you like a more slow burn thing like I do, and more, like, atmosphere-based kind of story, then I have a recommendation. But in general, I will say start with some classics, and then the one that I'm gonna recommend. So I would say start with Carrie, start with, Salem's Lot. So Carrie, Salem's Lot, Christine. I really like Christine, some people hate it. The Stand, obviously, if you wanna read a 1,400-page book, be my guest. That one's a little bit intense. But I would say, the Carrie, Cujo, The Stand, Christine, Salem's Lot. Those are like my 5 I would say start with. And then I always, always, always suggest to everyone, so this is really my main suggestion. It's called Night Shift, and it is a collection of short stories, and it has so many different sort of genres within the collection of short stories that you're going to find something that you like, and you're also going to realize how differently Stephen King can write even within a short story format. It's actually really fascinating for me, because there's some books in there that are a little bit longer, like 100 pages, and then there's some that are like 6 pages, and it leaves you shooketh. So, um, yeah. And then really you could read Night Shift, figure out what stories you like, and then ask people who read a lot of King, "Hey, I really like this short story. Is there more King that you've read that is similar to this?" And then pick those books from there. Does that make sense? Because some people might like his fantasy stuff more. I personally don't. Some people might like his faster paced things. I kind of do sometimes, but what I really like, I love Christine. It is 800 pages that to some people might be really boring, but I find it fully immersive. Like I was able to sort of like see every scene in my head. Same thing with Salem's Lot. Like I pictured the exact layout of the town because it's so descriptive. Um, whereas some people might be like, this is fucking boring. So, eh. Your hair looks so good. I mean, listen, it's it's simply a mess. It looks barely tolerable, is what it. This is my natural hair color. Yeah, it is. So it's we're gonna try to grow out this hair for a year. I might need to cut it. I'm trying not to though, and so it's leaving me looking a little like, oh god, if I don't like, I need to. This is just freshly washed, but I'm very much tempted to shave the sides and do the mullet thing again. But we're trying to grow it out. We'll see. Oh, the painting one is Doomickey. Okay, well then I have no idea what Vagabonds is about. It's about a writer? Okay, well, there you go. I honestly, I wouldn't start with it. I understand and appreciate it for what it is. I'll be honest, this is gonna be a hot take. Um, the movies are better. I that is my own personal take. I would say watch the first movie, like it, appreciate it for what it is. Watch the second 2 movies, the newer ones, love them, appreciate them for what they are. Understand that if you then want even more like history, lore, then read the books. But there's nothing that you can get from it that you can't get from a very good like synopsis breakdown Wikipedia. Okay. If you're curious about the lore behind where it came from and blah blah blah, I'm sure there's 1,000 websites like dedicated to Stephen King multiverse origin story. Okay. Go read that. Save yourself some time. That is my opinion. Um take it or leave it. So, I don't personally suggest it. Being that I've read it like 3 times, I don't personally suggest it. So The only Stephen King book that I've given 5 stars have been Cujo. I liked Cujo a lot too. I did. To me, Cujo felt like a bottle episode. It's intense. It's in that one location. It's action. Like it's slow, but then action at the same time. I liked it. I like the tension in Cujo a lot. So, oh, I like Pet Cemetery too. By the way, Pet Cemetery is a good one. The movies suck. Don't watch the movie. That's an opposite one. Read Pet Cemetery. Don't watch the movies. So, I agree with Night Shift. We had a whole book on Critters Inc. and the Lawnmower Man. Critters Inc. Yeah, the Lawnmower Man is simply one of the most messed up short stories I've ever read. Critters. Is Critters? I have to like jog my brain. Is Critters the one with the clothing, like the clothing press? If that one was Critters, I forget. It's been a year since I read it, so 11/22/63. I have not read that. I'm reading King in Order, but that is one that everyone is like, "Ooh, this is good," and it might be one that I want to like skip in order to read. So okay, let's get into a haul. That is what you guys are here for. Again, I'm really sorry if you see me do this. I put expired sunscreen on the other day, and I'm having an allergic reaction to it, and I'm very itchy. So forgive me. Yeah, I have 7 books here. I bought 6 today. Like I said, these are all based on recommendations on Twitter. Ugh. I hate the sound of paper bags. I'm just going to take them all out. So, all right. First book we have here. I actually bought this. This is the one that I added in for this. Oh, Quitters is the smoking one. Wow, do I not remember that one or what? Okay. So we have The Mere Season by Anne-Marie McLemore. Miclemore. And we're going to read all the synopsises in a second. But The Mere Season. Then this might be a surprise to some of you because this doesn't seem like the book I would ever pick up because I look at the cover and I think that this is a fantasy book. It's not. This is. Oops, I'm stuck. This is the Infinity Quartz. Look at this cover, by the way. Oh my god, beautiful. But to me, this looks like a fantasy book. I would never pick this up. Just being honest with me. By Akemi Dawn Bowman, assuming I'm pronouncing that right. Okay. Ooh, paper bag noise. Then we have House of Hollow by Crystal Sutherland. And my god, that's the most beautiful cover I've ever seen in my life. That single-handedly is the most beautiful cover of the year. I'm just going to go ahead and call it for myself. Okay. And then we have Honey Girl by Morgan Rogers. Also a stunning cover. This cover is beautiful. I don't want to stab her in the eyeball. There we go. Beautiful. Then we have, I thought it was The Good Neighbors. It's Good Neighbors by Sarah Langan, which is really interesting cover, actually. Kind of cool. Okay, Indigo, get your freaking nasty stickers off my books. Get them off. I don't want it. Then we have The Final Revival of Opal and Nev by Donnie Walton. Don't worry, I'll get into what these are about in a second because it's going to be a surprise to me too. I know somewhat what some of them are about, but not really. And then, lastly, get your sticker off my book. How dare you? True story, the fact that I used to have to put these on books as part of my job killed me. And we have The Lost Apothecary by Sarah Penner. Okay, so that is my little haul. 7 books. 6 technically, but 7. 7 books that I'm going to be try chapter 4, and then figuring out what I want to read. So let's figure out what they're even about, because I don't know. Mhm. Infinity Quartz is even prettier under the dust jacket. Okay, I'm gonna get to it. I'll check the dust jacket for everything. I loved House of Hollow. That's good, exciting. These are all based. I put out a tweet like a week ago, a couple days ago. I don't know. I have no concept of time anymore. Asking for recently released books that you love. Go. And so these are all, I imagine, recently released in 2021. I have Good Neighbors. I haven't read it yet. Well, based on the first chapter, you might read it now. Opal and Nev is so good. The audio is full cast. Ooh. Okay. Well, I'll look for that maybe. I loved Good Neighbors. Okay. Cool. All right. I'm excited. All right. So, first off, The Lost Apothecary. If you don't want to hear synopses, click out now. I'm going to read them all. So, they shouldn't spoil, hopefully, anything, but you never know these days. Excuse me. Okay. It says, a forgotten history, a secret network of women, a legacy of poison and revenge. Welcome to The Lost Apothecary. Boom. Like I'm already in. So it says, and this is where they get me, because I don't typically like historical stuff, but this sounds good. In 18th century London, women whisper of a hidden apothecary shop and its mysterious owner. Nella, who sells well-disguised poisons to use against the oppressive men in their lives. We hate men here, so perfect. Nella's Nella's dark world is no place for her newest patron, a precocious 12-year-old named Eliza Fanning, but their unexpected bond sparks a string of consequences that echo through the centuries. 200 years later, an aspiring historian, Carolyn Parswell, is running from her own demons when she discovers a clue to London's long unsolved apothecary murders. Carolyn's upended present soon collides with an explosive history, binding her fate to Nella and Eliza's in a stunning twist that transcends the barriers of time. That sounds fucking sick. That sounds delightful. Again, this is a book that sounds like, it seems like something. Okay, first of all, there's a map. I don't read too many books with maps. Okay, I shouldn't flip. Actually, I should. Where do I have post-it notes up here? Post-it notes. Oh, I do, but it's like underneath 800 things because this office is a depression den. Okay. Ignore my A&W cup that just appeared out of nowhere. I am going to mark off where each chapter is, so I know where to stop. Love a good book map. I'm excited. So I'm going to map out the first chapter. Oh, well, that was only like 3 pages. Okay. We're doing 2 chapters in this one because that seems unfair. Yeah, okay. So I took a little 24 pages. So that sounds fun. Put this down somewhere. I don't have enough space. Okay. Hello, everyone. Hello, how are you? See, I love and hate books with maps. They're overwhelming sometimes. I agree. You love a good book map? It's rare that I read books with maps. So I've heard the apothecary one has a good setup, but flops in the premise. Ah, don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. No, it's supposed to be good. Okay. Next up, we have The Final Revival of Opal and Nev by Donnie Walton. So let's see what this says. Okay. It says, Opal is a fiercely independent young woman pushing against the grain in her style and attitude, a black punk artist before her time. Coming of age in Detroit, she can't imagine settling for a comfortable job. Despite her unconventional looks, Opal believes that she can be a star. So when British singer-songwriter Neville Charles discovers her at a bar's amateur night, she takes him up on his offer to make rock music together for the fledgling Rivington Records. Early 70s New York City. That's my shit. Just as she's finding her niche as part of a flamboyant and funky creative scene. Creative scene? Fuck me up. A rival band signed to her label brandishes a Confederate flag at a promotional concert. Well, fuck those people. Am I right? Opal's bold protest and the that's not what it says in here, by the way. Opal's bold protest and the violence that ensues set off a chain of events that will not only change the lives of those she loves, but also be a deadly reminder that repercussions are always harsher for women, especially Black women, who dare to speak their truth. Decades later, as Opal considers a 2016 reunion with Nev, music journalist S. Sunny Shelton seizes the chance to curate an oral history about her idols. Sunny thought she knew most of the stories leading up to the cult duo's most politicized chapter. Excuse me, I'm trying to read as best I can. I haven't read out loud in a hot minute. But as her interviews dig deeper, a nasty new allegation from an unexpected source threatens to blow up everything. Provocative and chilling, the final revival of Opal and Nev features a backup chorus of unforgettable voices, a heroine the likes of which we haven't seen in storytelling, and a daring structure, and introduced a bold new voice in contemporary fiction. Wow, am I excited about this? That sounds, what do you mean, a different? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So just upon flipping through it, it definitely looks like very, I don't want to make comparisons because I really don't know, but the style looks a lot like what is that book that I'm thinking of? La, la, la. Taylor Jenkins Reid basically was Stevie Nicks. What was that book called? Um, I can't think of what it's called. Um, that one. The one where it's sort of told in like interview style. That's kind of what this looks like. This Daisy Jones, thank you, thank you. It very much looks like that. From just from flipping through, it looks like interview format, which I can understand now why you'd want to read the audiobook. This might be an audiobook pick. I'm going to read the first couple chapters, but this might be one I'm really going to want to find the audiobook for because someone here said it was full cast, and that sounds sick. So okay, let's see. Yeah, Daisy Jones in the Six. It looks similar to that. All right, well, let's see. Part 1, Chapter 1. Okay, how long is this? Oh, okay, well, you might be reading more than okay. Long enough. All right. So that's that. That sounds fun. Yeah, Daisy Jones and the Six was told sort of interview style. I actually really liked it, and I really liked the audiobook for that as well. But like, let's get real here. That was more or less Stevie Nicks. it was Stevie Nicks. Yeah, the audiobook for Daisy Jones is pretty much the way to go. Honestly, I wouldn't do it in any other way. Like that to me, I think I talked about it before. I said for that book, I feel like they should have charged you like $35 for the book kind of thing. And then also included like a free audiobook. Like that, or an audiobook included, because the audiobook experience for that book made the book. Like it simply made the book. And I haven't really seen too many people like it's one or the other. Either you loved it and you listened to the audiobook, or you tried to read it physically and you're like, fuck this. So yeah, in my opinion. Yeah, I really want to read that one, Opal and Nev. Hi from Canada. I'm in Canada. Whereabouts are you? DNF'd it? Yeah, the audiobook would have been much better. I recently put Opal and Nev on my TBR. You should. I knew nothing about this. Again, it was all this is all suggestions from Twitter. So I love that because it's books that I didn't know about. Yeah, no, I did not read Daisy Jones and the Six, but that's because I can't stand books about music. That's understandable. I like books about I don't want to say I hate books about music. I like books about bands, you see, but individual singers or rappers or fame or entertainment, not so much. But bands specifically, I don't know. That it clicks something. Clicks something in me. I love your glasses. Oh, thank you. They're old, they're falling apart. They're very much like they need to be tightened like badly. They're way too big for my face, but okay. So next up, we have "Good Neighbors" by Sarah Langan. Langan? I'm assuming that's how. I don't know how to pronounce. Shit. Okay. Now I did know one thing about this book, and if you know me, you'll know one of my top 3 biggest fears in life: sinkholes. I cannot look at a sinkhole. I quite frankly don't like thinking about them. I don't like big giant spiders as much as I don't like sinkholes. The idea of just sitting in my house and then the ground open up and swallows me into a never ending pit, no, not fun. Doesn't fill me with joy. Do not want Marie Kondoing it out of my life. Do get rid of it. I don't want it. I hate it. This has a sinkhole in it. And I only know that because I was listening to Books in the Freezer podcast, I believe, and they said there's a horror book with a sinkhole, and I'm like, oh fuck, I'm gonna have to read that at some point, am I? So, sure shit, it's this. I moved across the province from Sarnia to Kenora, Ontario. Nice. To start my dream job on Monday. Good luck. Good luck. I'm proud of you. Good luck for doing something bold and moving and switching things up. That is so exciting. That's really exciting. I don't know where Kenora, Ontario is, by the way, but um I'm proud of you. That's fun. Yeah, sinkhole inherently equals horror to me, so it might not be a horror. I think this is more of like a domestic-y, thriller-y kind of drama kind of shit. But to me, horror, horrifying, the worst. So, ugh. Okay. So it says, "Welcome to Maple Street, a picture-perfect slice of suburban Long Island. Its residents bound by their children, their work, and their illusion of safety in a rapidly changing world." As someone who lives in suburbia, yup. But menace stalks beneath the surface when this exclusive enclave, I can't say that word, and I quite frankly don't know what it means. What the fuck does this mean? I don't know. I don't know that word. I see it all the time, and I don't think I've ever heard it pronounced. It's a territory that is entirely whatever. Anyway, fair enough. Anyway, but menace seeks beneath the surface of this exclusive place, making its residents prone to outrage. When the Wild family moves in, they trigger their neighbors' worst fears. Dad Arlo's a gruff has-been with track marks. Mom Gertie's got a thick Brooklyn accent with high heels and tube tops to match. Their weird kids cuss like sailors. They sound fun. The way they don't fit in with the way Maple Street sees itself. Yeah, well. The Maple Street's queen bee, Ray Schroeder, a lonely college professor repressing a dark past, welcomed Gertie and her family at first. Relationships went south during one spritzer-fueled summer evening when the new best friends shared too much too soon. Did they... You think they... That's my... Anyway, by the time the story opens, the Wilds are outcast. As tension mount, a sinkhole opens in a nearby park and Ray's daughter Shelley falls inside. The search for Sully brings a shocking accusation against the world. Suddenly, it's one mom's word against another in a court of public opinion that can only end in blood. A riveting and ruthless portrayal of American suburbia, Good Neighbors excavates excavates. You see how they did sinkhole excavate? Good stuff. Good wordplay. Love that. Good Neighbors excavates the perils and betrayals of motherhood and friendship in the dangerous clash between social hierarchy, childhood trauma, and fear. The worst. Okay, so that horrifies me. Maybe I should read this one first because it clearly. Oh. Oh, are you kidding? Are you kidding? Okay, so there's hold on. There's a map. Great, love that. But then there's also I don't think I'm emotionally ready for this. An index of Maple Street's permanent residents and where they live and their names and the ages of everybody that lives there. Total 72 people. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. All right. Well, let's first chapter. Wait, what? Okay, I'm not. Okay. What, I hate even more that a map is a character index? Yeah, I'm not a fan either. Oh god. I hate this buy. Same. No. Yeah, I don't like this. Is this the description? Yeah, this is the description. This is the blurb. I apologize if you friggin' I said, hey, I'm reading synopses. So if you don't want to know anything about these books, then I apologize. I'm just simply reading the synopses. So oh my god, I saw the cover and assumed domestic contemporary. I don't think it is. I don't know. Whoops. I don't know some of that stuff in reading. That sounds intense. Yeah, it does. I couldn't put this book down. Okay, that excites me. That excites me very much. Okay. So we marked off a chapter in that one. Moving on to something perhaps lighter. We'll see. We have Honey Girl, which has only been highly recommended by like every single person on Twitter. And for some reason it like passed me by. So I knew I had to go back and at least get this one because like everyone seems to love this. So okay, so it says in the back, with her newly completed PhD in astronomy in hand, Grace Porter goes on a girls' trip to Vegas to celebrate. She's a straight A, hardworking, high achiever. She is not the kind of person who goes to Vegas and gets drunkenly married to a woman whose name she doesn't know until she does exactly that. Gay. Ooh, I love that it's gay. this one, this one beautiful spontaneous moment upends Grace's carefully laid life plans. Staggering under the weight of her parents' expectations, a struggling job market, and feeling of burnout. Wow, same. Grace flees her home in Portland for a summer in New York City. That's all I want to do is read books in New York City. So I'm thrilled. With the wife she barely knows. In New York, she's able to ignore all the constant questions about her future and fall hard for her creative and gorgeous wife. Perfect. But when reality, I'm sorry, her gorgeous wife, Yuki Yamamoto. So I'm assuming from the cover that this is both characters, POC, gay, new adult, Vegas, New York City, and Portland. Because I mean, really. I'm thrilled. When reality comes crashing in, Grace must face what she's been running from all along, the fears that make us human and the need for connection, especially when navigating the messiness of adulthood. Yeah, I'm into it. I'm into that. Love that. I love that. Honey Girl, loved it. Ooh. I'm intrigued by Honey Girl, me too. Me too. I have the same reaction to K books as well. Like, yeah. Honey Girl was okay, except I wanted more gay, more relationship and romance. It was more post-college contemporary. The relationship is a small part of the book. Honestly, I crave post-college contemporary. I crave that. I love Yoke by Mary H.K. Choi. Oh my God, was Yoke probably the best book I've read this year. Yoke is so good. Like when I tell you, I should like I want to reread it. I cried reading that book. Like I mean, like no other. Okay, that's the first chapter. All right, I'm gonna read like 100 pages live. I might be here all night. Okay, up next we have House of Hollow by Crystal Sutherland. This sounds good. This is one of the most beautiful covers I've ever seen in my entire life. I need more covers with the white border like that because it looks sharp. Am I wrong in that? Like that, this does something to me emotionally that I really appreciate. So, all right, let's see what this is about. This is quite long. If you don't want spoilers, again, I'm going to ask you to click out for a minute. That's what it looks like. Pretty nice. Okay. See what this is about. Okay. Iris Hollow and her two older sisters are unquestionably strange. As children, they disappeared on a Scottish city street, only to return a month later with no memory of what had happened to them or where they'd been. More troubling, their appearance began to change, their blue eyes now black, their dark hair now white. As they grew older, love that, odd, eerie occurrences seemed to follow in their wake. People find them disturbingly intoxicating, unbearably beautiful, and inexplicably dangerous. Now, 17-year-old Iris is doing all she can to fit in and graduate high school on time, something that her two famous, glamorous, globe-trotting older sisters, Gray and Vivi, never managed to do. But when Gray goes missing, leaving behind bizarre clues as to her whereabouts, Iris and Vivi are left to find her, but they aren't the only ones looking. As they brush against the supernatural, Iris quickly realizes that the story she's been told about their past is unraveling, and the world that returned them, seemingly unharmed 10 years ago, might just be calling them back again. Darkly seductive, this twisty modern-day fairy tale by critically acclaimed author Crystal Sutherland is a gripping and terrifying journey readers will not be able to look away. This is called House of Hollow. So a little bit of spooky supernatural vibe. This sounds good too. This all sounds like shit I want to read right now, which is why, honestly, oh my god, this book is so pretty. What the hell? Hold on, I'm gonna show you something. Me trying to figure out how to use a post-it note. Post-it notes aren't sticky. That's weird. Okay. Look at the chapters thing. Look at the chapters. That's beautiful. Okay, cool. That sounds good. Yes, I'm telling you, if you read one book this year that I have personally recommended, have it be Yoke. I'm not kidding. Mary H.K. Choi writes how I perceive the world when I was the age in which she writes, if that makes sense. Like I don't, it's so good. It's good. Good stuff. I'm so itchy. Oh my god. Okay. Then we have The Infinity Quartz, which is, by the way, how long is this? Is this a solid 5.0? No, it is like 465 pages. So this is a chunky book. Chunky. Dark fairy tale is the perfect description. I'm into it. Serious Moonlight by Jen Bennett. Is Jen Bennett? Am I thinking? I don't know if I'm thinking the right person. Do I have that book? Am I thinking like Starry Eyed? Is that a different? Is that a different author? Okay, so this is the Infinity Quartz. Now, this this blue is like slightly shiny. Do you see that? Oh, it is. It is good. That is stunning. Okay. Someone said to look at this. Same author? I have that. I've never read by Jen Bennett. I have books, but that's what this looks like, which is really cool. What does it mean? I don't know. Guess we'll find out. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna read the blurby. So again, if you don't want spoilers, come back later. Okay. Trying to get the freaking thing back on. Okay. Nami Miyamoto. Miyamoto? I'm not sure. Is certain her life is just beginning. She's had a great family. She has a great family, just graduated high school, and is on her way to a party where her entire class is waiting for her, including, most importantly, the boys she's been in love with for years. The only problem? She's murdered before she gets there. Okay, well, they tell you right away, so I imagine that's not a spoiler. When Nami wakes up, she learns she's in a place called Infinity, where human consciousness goes when physical bodies die. She quickly discovers that Ophelia, a virtual assistant widely used by humans on Earth, has taken over the afterlife and is now posing as a queen, forcing humans into servitude the way she'd been forced to serve in the real world. So basically, evil Siri is what I'm picturing, which is pretty fun. Even worse, Ophelia is inching closer and closer to accomplishing her grand plans of eradicating human existence once and for all. As Nami works with a team of rebels to bring down Ophelia and save the humans under her imprisonment, she is forced to reckon with her past, her future, and what it is that truly makes us human. From award-winning author Akemi Dawn Bowman comes an incisive, action-packed tale that explores big questions about technology, grief, love, and humanity. This sounds sick. This sounds like, look at the, do you see the way this glows? Like, do you see that? It's beautiful. This sounds delightful. Absolutely delightful. So I'm here for it. All right, let's find the first chapter of this. Oh, wow. Okay. You want to talk about a map? Look at that. Or some kind of map thing. Wow. Okay, that's a very short chapter, so I'm gonna do, how long is 2? Yeah, I'm gonna do 2. I'm cheating a little bit, but I don't want like a 3-page chapter. That seems like cheating. And then lastly, we have The Mirror Season by Anna Marie McLemore. Okay. Trigger warning here for assault. Just a heads up. If you don't want to, I mean, it just says that word, so I don't imagine it goes into too much, but just a heads up. Okay. Oh my god, I have no idea how to pronounce this name. I have no idea. Is that an L or hold on? Is that an L or a J? Welcome to me not being able to read the main character's name. Give me a second. Give me a second. I don't know how to pronounce their name. Is there like, hello? Okay, I have no idea how to pronounce this name in this book. It's either... I want to look this up because I don't... Hold on. I'm looking this up. How do you say this?
Graciela.
Wait, what?
Graciela.
There's like a syllable in there that it's Spanish and I don't know how to pronounce it because I don't speak it and I am confused.
The following pronunciation is brought to you by pronouncenames.com.
Graciela.
Graciela? Okay, there we go. That seems a little. Graciela? Try this again.
Graciela.
Graciela? Close enough. Okay, close. Close. I'll work on it. I don't speak Spanish.
Graciela.
Okay, cool. All right. So it says, I'm assuming Graciela, I wish I had an accent. I don't. Whole world changes after she and a boy she barely knows are assaulted at the same party. She loses her gift for making enchanted... Oh, wow, there's so many words I don't know how this is. I don't know how to pronounce. Making enchanted pan dulce? What is it again? I need to Google it because I am ignorant. I just don't know. What is it? Oh, those cookie things? They look like freaking delicious. Cool. Okay. Those look good, by the way. Neighborhood trees vanish overnight while mirrored glass appears, bringing reckless magic with it. And Ciela? See, they nickname her to Ciela. Ciela is haunted by what happened to her and what happened to the boy whose name she never learned. But when the boy Locke shows up at her school, he has no memory of that night and no clue that a single piece of mirrored glass is tearing his life apart. She decides to help him, which means hiding the truth about that night, because she knows who assaulted her and him, and she knows her survival depends on no one finding out what really happened. Well, that sounds dark, and I don't know if I want to read this right now. Okay. So just a warning, in the beginning of the book, it says, this book contains discussions of sexual assault and PTSD. If you or someone you know has been sexually assaulted, please know that there's help and that there's hope. And then there's some resources there as well. Okay, so please tread lightly with this book. I don't think that this is going to be one that I particularly want to pick up right at the moment. But I'm willing to read 2 chapters. And try it out. So just know that I might not pick this because I don't think I'm in the mental space to read this right now, and that's okay. So, okay. Oh, her speed reading video. I had an ADHD moment and watched half of it and haven't finished the rest of it yet. I do that all the time. My bad. Should probably finish it. Okay, so starting now, I'm going to read live and sort of give you my opinion as I read 1 or 2 chapters from each of these books, and then just quickly, I guess, rate the chapter and figure out what I want to read next. So we all know what the books are about. I'm going to read somewhat quickly, hopefully, each of these. And if you are also interested in any of them, or you have them and you haven't started them, now's your chance to grab any of these. The books that I'm going to be reading a chapter from are these ones. So you can take a second to, look at them if you physically have them and start a chapter with me. But for the next 12 minutes, I'm going to answer any questions and then I'm going to get into reading. It took me a solid hour to read the synopsis. Welcome to my live shows. That's okay. Oh. Lella said there were some problematic things in that book, I believe. Oh, okay. Noted. I saw Kayla say she didn't want to talk about this book or rate it. Oh. That lead. I'm gonna watch her video then. Before I get into that book, I might read the first 2 chapters, but I don't think I want to go right into it because I personally need to know if it's going to be. It was during her wrap up. Is it the? Hold on, I'm gonna go to her video. Is it in the speed reading experiment video? Oh, I literally stopped the video as she was talking about that book. Damn it. Okay. Okay. Well, I'm going to probably hold off. You know what? I'm going to take this one out for now because I want to see what she has to say about it. I really trust Kayla's opinion, and she doesn't lead me astray very often when it comes to books. So I'm going to hold out on this one just because I don't know if I'm emotionally ready to read that. And if there's any major issues, actually, I'm going to pull up Goodreads for it too. Just to see what other people are saying. Log into Goodreads? What the fuck do you mean log into Goodreads? Like I'm not here every day? What do you mean? See, I want to know if there's problematic things in the book or the book itself is sensitive because clearly it gives that vibe. But I do want to know what the deal is. A lot of people are rating it 5. A lot of people. Someone said, now this is not a happy story. Fair. Oh, okay. Nah, I'm not going to read that. Okay, just a heads up. There's clearly like assault in it. And so somebody said, I didn't like it despite the importance of the topic. I'm left with annoyance and even rage. The writing was all over the place, but the thing that bothers me more was it a based 4-letter word based fairy tale with a happy ending, or I got it wrong because it freaking feels like one. Okay, well, that's not for me right now. Okay, putting that down. Okay, so moving on to other things. I'm definitely going to have to read that book with that in mind. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen Kayla react to a book like that. Ooh. Okay. Huh. Of course I missed that. I mean, because I actually pre-ordered that. That's one I pre-ordered like a while ago. Okay. Anyway, let's get into reading some stuff. I took Kayla not talking about the book because the purpose of the video was to talk about reading speed and not reviewing a new book. I'll see. I'll have to watch it because not to say I know Kayla, but like I feel like I know kind of if she's what she's trying to say. So we'll see. Interesting. She's probably keeping it brief for the sake of like reviewing it later, maybe, but or not at all. So we'll see. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna get into this. I said I was gonna start at 6, but that overwhelmed me, so we're gonna get started. I'm gonna start with the Infinity Quartz first. So if you happen to have this book, I'm gonna read a chapter. Yeah, that's what I thought. I don't know. That's interesting. Okay. This is first two, I think it's 2 chapters. First chapter is only 8 pages, so the first 2 chapters is 18 pages. It was when she said she didn't want to rate it, right? Yeah. Interesting. I have to finish that video. Go figure. I think I was like eating food and then I stopped and I went and did something else and didn't finish watching the video. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm starting the first chapter of the Infinity Quartz. Feel free to continue to comment or ask any questions, but I will be quietly reading for the next little bit. Not very long, but a little bit. Okay. Well, I'll be honest, the first sentence is exciting. So there's that. Okay, it's funny already. So second page, and I'm like, I may not laugh out loud, but that's because I'm a millennial with no emotion. So, um, it's funny. The writing's cute. Oh, it's cute already. Okay, now I'm 4 pages in and it's cute. I like it. 5-star book. 4 pages in, I'm sold. See, no, I shouldn't. Can I give spoilers if it's the first 2 chapters? Like, do y'all care? Please let me know. I very much in 5 pages, like the main character's inner monologue, like just the way they speak. Um, it's already good. You guys don't care about. I think it's fine. It's only the beginning. Okay. Well, the main character is getting ready for a date with the boy that they've liked for like years in high school. Can relate. And it says so they're talking to their sort of like in a modern world like Apple Watch assistant, so like Siri or Alexa. That is kind of the vibe of this book, right? Which is what the synopsis kind of gives away, that they sort of have like an Alexa kind of thing. And so the banter between the robot and her really funny, which I already appreciate. And then it's this line that kind of it gets me. Because he's talking about this boy that they like. And it says, everyone says 18 is too young to know what love is, but they haven't had a fin in their life. Someone who started off as a crush, then became a friend, then a best friend. And all the while, that crush part never went away. It just evolved into something more hopeful. I like it. I like it. That's good. The family sounds good already. So that's exciting. Um, the dad is like a nerd, which is really fun. So that's cute. It's like she's not staying home to watch Lord of the Rings with you. I already told you, no one should be wasting 12 hours of their life on the same 3 movies every single year, which is cute. Okay, so the night in question, like the night that she's going to, is her graduation party. And it's setting me, I'm not going to read the second chapter because I'm not. I'm actually just going to read one chapter of this because I this is exciting to me. So I almost don't want to read this. The first 8 pages has enough in it to make me want to start this book immediately. So there's that. Because the we know that she dies, right? Before this sort of shift to like a more sci-fi book. And so the parents are like, "Oh, it's your graduation party." Like the dad's like, "Come watch Lord of the Rings with me." And mom is making food. And then so it says, she says, "I've still got 2.5 months left. There's plenty of time to hang out. And I have a Lord of the Rings marathon." And then the mom's like, "Okay, we'll have a good time." It's like, "I'll be home by midnight." You know what happens, and it already hurts me. So I don't want to read the second chapter. And it's like, and dad grins, "If no one wants to talk to you, you can always come home early." Oh, it's already good. I can't. Okay, so that's one chapter. I want to read this immediately. This is the Infinity Quartz. Um, it's already setting itself up really well. So, um, yep, like that. So, initially, off of one chapter, I'm giving it 5 stars. There was um, laughter, family, relationships. They set up the robot was done well, and I'm just gonna put excited to read. So there's that. We started out with a friggin' banger. Okay. So that's one chapter of that. I said I don't want to continue reading it because I know I'm just gonna not read anything else. So okay, moving on. Which book is this? The Infinity Courts. My copy cannot get here fast enough. It seems real good. Like, real good. Okay, so next book that we're gonna test is House of Hollow by Crystal Sutherland. I'm gonna write that down. And we're gonna see how this is. So as mentioned, this is sort of like supposed to be kind of like spooky, not spooky, but paranormal, a missing sister, two sisters that are strange, things happen to them in their childhood, that kind of stuff. So let's get into this. Yeah, no, seriously, it's the most beautiful cover I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, hands down. Okay. Prologue. There is a prologue. You might light out for a bit. I don't want spoilers for this one. Okay. Well, when this one is done, I will not be holding this any longer. So you can pop back in if you want. Spooky. Spooky already? Ooh. The first. Okay. This is definitely sorry, I had to twist the lid back on my Gorilla Glue super glue. Um this is definitely setting itself up to be like, what are they capable of in their spooky yeah, it's good. It's already good. It's sort of a family secret. What are they capable of doing so far kind of thing? What is the actual magic or ability? Huh. Interesting. Okay. This has a there's two sentences in this. I'm not going to read it because I don't want to spoil it, but it has very much the vibe of The Craft. That's all I'm going to say. Well, I really like them. I really like them. I really like I really like these three sisters so far. I hope they get more fleshed out, but their baseline kind of introduction very much like the cool girls in the craft. So I'm about that. Hmm. Okay. The prologue, fantastic. The prologue, really good. That grips you. I am gripped. That cover though, oh for sure. Making the spooky into a trip. Have you watched the new Craft movie? I have not. I refuse to watch any remake of that perfectly acceptable, fine movie that crafted my entire personality as an 8-year-old. So, no. Oh my god, the Furbies? Yeah, there's very many Furbies in here. Very many. Okay, I'm gonna read the first chapter. I did select, yeah, just I'm gonna read the prologue and the first chapter. But the prologue so far, very good. Oh, okay, just the description of the main character describing her cool sister. Oh, how do I describe this? Do you ever read, it's almost reads like a book about fae when they sort of describe like an ethereal, woodsy, all-knowing, earthly vibe. The descriptions of this of her sister is like that, and it's really good descriptive. Like I can just very much picture what this person is like, and it reads very like delightfully whimsical and spooky at the same time. It's good stuff. Good stuff already. Good, it's good stuff. Whether or not it'll come off like too pretentious as the book goes on, I don't know. But so far it's good. Hmm. Okay, interesting. So they're establishing sort of the family drama and dynamic. Ooh, they're describing the house. They're describing the house. Let's get into this. Because in this kind of book, like spooky paranormal atmosphere kind of thing, I want to know what the house fucking looks like. Hmm. A pigeon flew into her face. So I'm about this book. Hmm. Okay. Well, the prologue definitely did more than the first chapter did, but the first chapter sort of set up the more like family-ish dynamic, but it's left a lot of mystery. So on the first chapter, I would say 4 stars, like just on the vibe. Um, I'm just gonna put spooky, atmospheric, sister. I'm gonna put witches? Question mark. Vampires? Question mark. Um, I'm gonna put intrigue. I'm intrigued. I would still say, out of the two, I'm leaning more towards the Infinity Courts as a book that I want to read next. Um, that being said, that one definitely, because it's planning on raining here for the next couple days. Keep in mind, guys, I'm not at work right now. I I don't know if you knew that, but like I'm furloughed from work right now, so I got time out the ass. So it's planning on like it's supposed to rain here for the next couple days. This feels like a book I want to read in the rain. Like it's just spooky. So far that's pretty good. Long Furbies. No, actually, I don't have a long Furby. I have 2 custom Furbies back here. How come I can never figure out how to move my arm? There we go. I have 2 custom Furbies back here that I made and customized myself. And over time, all of these Furbies will have personalities and little customs here and there and outfits and stuff. Yes, it is safe to come back. Yes. Yep. But yeah, over time, all the freebies will have outfits and fully fleshed out personalities and stuff like that. I like sitting with them and just it's a thing. Okay, I can't explain it. For example, this one's name is what did I name this one? What did I name this one? I named this one salted popcorn. What the fuck did I name it? I named it something. No, some of them actually have full names. This purple one's name is Lavangela Fields. This little red, yellow, blue one is Piet. Then we have Billy. There's some other ones. They have names. Okay, so far, out of the 2 books, I'm not going to say anything that I said for House of Hollow, but for Infinity Courts, the first chapter, 5 stars, very intriguing. House of Hollow, 4 stars, very intriguing, but I feel like I want to read it in like the rain, on like a rainy day, which there's supposed to be a ton of in the next couple days, so I might pick that up second. So So far, the Infinity Quartz is the one I'm leaning towards. Up next, I'm going to read the first chapter of Honey Girl and see how I like this. This is definitely probably the most light, possibly, and the most contemporary out of the bunch. So we'll see if that's the vibe I want right now. I love your Furby collection. I used to be scared of Furbies, but seeing you share them on Twitter has made me see them in a new light. Oh, that's good. That's if anything, that is what I hope. Like, I mean, my collection is for me. It's not for anybody else. I don't expect people to like them nearly as much as I do. What the fuck is going on with my hair? And it is a collection. Like, this is not a quick, easy, or inexpensive. Like, I don't want to toot my own horn here, but like this is several grand of Furbies. Like, this is not a this is not a little collection. So it's exciting then that I can show people sort of things about them, and I don't know, get to see them in a different light, because it's fun for me. It's my collection. Like, I realized as an adult I've never collected anything like, I would say, of substance. Like, obviously I collect books and I read books, but I feel like I never really had that niche thing, and this is my niche thing. So I'm that Furby collecting person. So yeah, anyway. Okay, so we're doing Honey Girl next. I don't know how many. Okay, let's just get into it. See what this is about. There's also a prologue for this book. So 2 books with prologues. Interesting. Oh, prologue's cute. Prologue's cute. Light. Cute. Hopeful. Kind of just cute. Sets up the story but doesn't say too much. I like it. I like it. So I'm going to do chapter 1 at least. Okay. The writing so far in 1 chapter has irritated me. That's not to say I don't like it. The author, I can tell, and it continues to be a pattern, is going to bug me. It's the overuse of descriptive words that seem repetitive. So in the prologue in chapter 1, they've already said champagne pink, like my champagne pink reality. In there's a girl with rose pink cheeks, you see. And so if it continues to be like that, where it's like I don't know how else to describe it. It's the two-syllable descriptive repeating. It That's all. That's all. That's all. And I mean it could just be just that, but if it continues to friggin' happen, it's gonna bug me. It's gonna bug me. Yeah, no, it happened again. So it's like it's wine-colored carpet. Like it's like two words hyphenated to describe like everything. Her cheeks are rose pink again. Sticky sweet alcohol. Like I don't know if it's just because the main character is hungover, but the repetition of descriptives is irritating. Burgundy red hair. Girl with rosebuds on her cheeks. That's now the third time in like 7 pages. Okay. First chapter, not gonna lie, I don't like the writing. so far. It feels, I'll be honest, it's not as strong as the other two books. It might not just be what I'm looking for right now, but right now I'm giving it a 2.5 average because it hasn't impressed me yet. It's not a gripping uh first like prologue and first chapter based on the writing. So what it's about, yeah, okay. Like you went to Vegas and you woke up and you might be married. That's fun. But it definitely so far reads like a fun, cutesy kind of book, whereas the writing is not. I'm just gonna put not that strong yet? Question mark. And it's incredibly repetitive. An airplane? Stay at home. So there's that. Not my favorite. Probably won't start with this one, but it seems more. I mean, it could get better, but not my vibe so far. I always struggle with prologue because they make me too confused. I like prologue because they tend to give you a little bit of something instead of throwing you right into the story. The prologue. Who's texting me? I don't care or news about Justin Bieber on my Apple Watch. I don't. Anyway. So I'm signed into like news reports sometimes. So sometimes they'll be like, "There is no news today." So Justin Bieber, a childhood star, has. I don't care. Anyway, yeah. Prologues tend to give me a little bit of something to then go into the story with. But a good prologue, like the one in House of Hollow, gives you something to kind of grab your attention right away. Yeah. So a good one is good. I guess that what that means. So many books I've read and listened to recently seem to use the word alabaster to describe people's complexion. Just say pale. Thank you. Yeah, alabaster. God, what's the other one? There's another one that I friggin' read, and it was like luminous. Okay. Luminous. Of like any like with any other description. So like it would have been like a luminous alabaster skin, or like what's up?
Can I borrow you for 30 seconds?
What?
Can I borrow you for 30 seconds?
Why? What do you need?
I just need your eyes on something.
Huh?
I just need your eyes on something.
Okay, give me 1 second. Ugh. Sorry, Jeff needed assistance with hanging a photo on the wall. He's like, "Does this look good?" I'm like, "Yep." Yeah, alabaster. I don't know. Weird. It's to the wave while she's gone. Remember doing the wave in a crowd? Remember crowds? Do you want to hear? Can I tell you something pre-corona days that would never happen now? I definitely had a friend who would just go around the bar and drink other people's unfinished drinks. Like at the end of the night, if there's like this much beer or this much whatever in someone else's drinks all around the bar, we'd just go and drink them. That's all. I thought about that the other day and I went, mm. Gross, or a really good way to get very drunk. So, what is a crowd? Couldn't tell you. Hope I never know. I'm just kidding. I mean, I was not like I wouldn't say I was a big fan of crowds. No, that's not true. I never sought out crowds. Does that make sense? But I was always like, if I was subjected to a crowd, I was like, oh, fun. I'm in a crowd. All right. Like I never liked going to concerts. I never really liked big like I don't know compacted dance parties. But I was all like I did party a lot in my 20s. And but I'll tell you something. What I'm craving more than anything is to be at a concert with people collectively singing the same song. I think that my whole heart and soul and body and mind would simply be so overcome with emotion at like 10,000 people, not even 10,000, like 1,000 people in a crowd singing Mr. Brightside. I think that I would simply ascend to the heavens. Like I crave that so strongly and more than I ever have ever in my life. If that makes any sense. Like that's all. I'm just gonna leave that there. But it's just that's a feeling I have. Oh, you got the same one, the same Apple Watch notification? Okay, what does it actually say? Justin Bieber has made every mistake a child star can make. Now he's putting his life back together, one positive, deliberate step at a time. Is he though? Is he? Because he seems like kind of a piece of shit still. Is that just Justin Bieber slander here? Because his wife does not seem happy. They don't seem like they're having a good time. And that's all I'm going to say there. Anyway. Okay, moving on to another book I have to read. So we're going to do Good Neighbors. Now, we looked at this before and saw that okay, this book intimidates me, first of all. Oh. Okay. So the very first page at the beginning of this spoils, I don't say spoils, but I'm not going to tell you this because it gives you like an article. And it's almost like Carrie, if you catch my drift, where there's an article at the beginning of the book and then now you know what happens in the book. So it's almost like boop, and then now you're figuring out what happened. So I don't want to tell you guys boop. Does that make sense? So, yeah. Okay. Moving on. I'm intrigued. It's also in the year 2043, which is really interesting because I didn't think that this would be set in the future. What?
Bartholomew is where he belongs.
What?
Bartholomew is where he belongs.
Okay. Okay. This is This is how you intro a book. This is how you intro a book. I don't need to read the first chapter. I just read the first page. And this is how you do it. That this is really good. Like I can't tell you anything. I don't. No, I can't. Like I literally can't. I can't. I can't. I don't. No, I. Nope. That's it. I read. It's nope. That's it. I'm reading one page, and I've determined based on one page that this is 5 stars, and I want to read this immediately. What was this one about? Okay, so this one is, it says, welcome to Maple Street, a perfect picture slice of suburban Long Island, its residents bound by their children, their work, their illusion of safety in a rapidly changing world. And then basically the Wild family moves in, and they're not exactly they don't fit with the vibe of Maple Street. Okay. But the queen bee of Maple Street has a dark past, and they meet with the new family, and it says uh, relations went south during one spritzer-fueled summer evening when the new best friends shared too much too soon. Okay. So then it says, as tensions mount, a sinkhole, which is my biggest fear in life, opens in a nearby park, and the queen bee's daughter falls inside. So then it says, suddenly, it is one mom's word against the other in a court of public opinion that can only end in blood. A riveting and ruthless portrayal of American suburbia. Good Neighbors excavates the perils and betrayals of motherhood and friendship and the dangerous clash between social hierarchy, childhood trauma, and fear. But the very first page of this book sets the tone for what you're reading. So it's almost like, I don't want to spoil it. It's like a news article. Okay. So it's I don't want to give any spoilers of what's in it, but it goes, hey, this is the event that's happened. That is clearly a big deal. So now we're going to give you the book. Now that you know that this is a big deal, here's your book. It's almost like Carrie when it's like, hey, this teenage girl with telekinesis went through and killed everybody. So now let's tell you about it. That's kind of the vibe, which, it like intrigues me very much. So I don't need to read the first chapter. I read the first page, and I am intrigued. So that's fun. I don't need to read the first chapter. I already want to read this. I have a feeling I could read this in 2 milliseconds. Like it. Yeah, that seems fun. Okay, and then as I flip through it, there's this is going to be good. Excuse me. There's like case files, there's group text chats, there's the story itself, there's different places, there's different houses. So that's where the beginning of the book sort of, because I remember how I opened this and I went, what the hell is this? So it's a map, but then it says like, house 100, the Grady's live. On 114, the Walshes live. 132 is where the Simpsons lived. So then some of the chapters will say like 118 Maple Street, whereas another chapter would be 116 Maple Street. So I have a feeling it's about one singular day, the build up to that day, and different people's perspectives about that day. If this is going to read kind of like like a true crime-ish kind of story, like a fictional true crime kind of thing, then I am fucking here for it. This seems very much my alley. Minus the sinkhole, because I'm scared of sinkholes. Or it could be even more gripping because of the sinkhole. We'll see. But this seems fucking fantastic. I want to read this right now. So far, The Good Neighbors and The Infinity Courts are both 2 books that I want to read immediately. That sounds amazing. Okay. Then this one is the final revival of Opal and Nev. Now, if I can get an audiobook for this right now, oh, I have to make an offer on a freebie. I'm just gonna. I need to see if I can find an audiobook for it. They are the driest straight couple. Yeah, kind of. It sure feels like that anyway. What is this called again? The final revival. Oh, it is an audiobook. Oh, okay. Well, here's the thing. I'm just gonna download this. And I don't think I'm gonna read the first chapter yet, because everyone's been saying that the audiobook is really good, so I'm going to wait. Because I have a feeling it's going to be very much like Daisy Jones and the Six with the audiobook hit. So I have a feeling I'm just going to start this anyway. So as much as this just seems good, like I just need to read the audiobook. How many fur babies do you have? Actual pets or Furbies? I have one cat. My actual cat, my actual fur baby. And then Furbies, I mean, there's what? Like 36 or something right there. 40, I want to say 40, 45. And then like the little ones, a lot. I have one right here. That I fixed today, by the way. I took its skin off. For sure. Okay, so the last one I'm going to try to read a chapter is The Lost Apothecary. What the fuck is it? How do I spell apothecary? Okay, let's see what this is about. London, circa 1791. Fleet Street? The Demon Barber of Fleet Street? Sweeney Todd. Ooh, there's an oath. Ow. Some stuff in the face. There's an oath. Should I read the oath? Okay, let's read the oath. It's the Ancient Apothecary's Oath. I swear and promise before God, author and creator of all things, never to teach ungrateful persons or fools the secrets and mysteries of the trade, never to divulge the secrets confided to me, never to administer poisons, to disavow and shun as a pestilence the scandalous and pernicious practices of quacks, empirics, and alchemists, and to keep no stale or bad drug in my shop. May God continue to bless me so long as I continue to obey these things. Let me guess. There's going to be They're going to tell secrets to other people. They're going to tell people the secrets of the trade to fools. They're going to keep stale drugs and they are going to poison people. I'm assuming. Okay, let's see. Okay, we're starting off in February 1791. Riveting. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so I finished the first chapter of this. And I feel like I want to do a little bit of present day, but I don't know. No, I'm just gonna leave one chapter. Now that to me is reading sort of like a 3.5 star on first chapter. It's again intriguing. A little bit how do I describe it? Like old-timey poisons. Whatever the fuck that meant. Definitely secret apothecary vibes, which is clearly what it's supposed to be. So what I'm saying is it's intriguing, not surprising, and the first chapter doesn't grip me quite like the other two books here do. So out of all the books that I've read a chapter from, I'm just going to drop things on the floor, apparently. So out of all the chapters, the two that I'm most interested in reading is the Infinity Quartz and Good Neighbors. This one for a little bit of sci-fi, funny, might be dark. The family was reading really good. This one because it seems just superbly fucked up, true crimey vibe. I want to know what happened on this day. I need to know. This one is setting me up for something like really good and really funny, with the whole sort of like robot Alexa kind of thing. Both seem really good. So these are going to be probably the next two books I read. And then the audiobook of the final revival of Opal and Nev, I have lined up now on Scribd or Scribed. I don't know. I say Scribd. I have that one lined up to read as well. So 3 books ready to roll. So that is that. And now, if you guys have any other questions for me, let me know. Did you have fun with this format? Was this fun? Or was this boring for you? I just needed to get started with reading some things, and I was bored, so I decided to come on here. I hope you don't mind. Okay, anyway. What is a crowd? I feel you. I feel you. So I'm going to stay on for the next 5 minutes, and then I'm going to go. I'm going to cap this off. So if you have any final questions, let me know. What is going on Twitter? Oh, apparently The Circle is back on Netflix. Oh, I know what I'm doing. Did anyone watch that back when it aired? Remember The Circle? It's like a really bad reality TV show on Netflix that is the best pointless thing to watch ever. It's like a bunch of people in their random apartments, and I don't know. It's very stupid. It I don't know how to describe it. And they have to be like, they have to make like profiles or something, and it's just a mess. I 10 out of 10 suggest watching it if you want something really stupid and pointless to watch. I love The Circle. I really actually enjoyed it more. Jeff could not watch it. He watched 1 episode and was like, Natasha, I'm not watching this. Oh, the celebrity one was just on in the UK. Ooh. I didn't know that. If I can find a place to watch that, that might be fun. I love it when they catfish. It's like, here's the thing, and I don't know if I've talked about this before, but I stopped dating right around the time that like Tinder started to be popular. And so it's not to say that like people didn't catfish when I dated. It's just that I have no frame of reference when it comes to catfishing, getting catfished, except for like when I was 14, I definitely talked to like 50-year-old men in Yahoo chats, convincing them that I was like a 21-year-old. I did that, but like, I mean, that was my own problem, not, like I never did it for the sake of dating or like make a whole fake profile and stuff like that. Like, it's so bizarre to me. Like, I don't know. The whole internet dating and like app dating and like swiping on people kind of shit, I simply don't get it. That makes me sound like a dinosaur, I'm aware, but like I've been with Jeff since I was 19, so like, I mean, off and on, but like, like I've only ever dated people that I've seen in person. Like, I've had a Plenty of Fish account way back in the day, and that was fine for various reasons, but it was still like any person I met in person was an actual person. Like, it wasn't not them. It wasn't them. Like, I don't know. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know. It's something that I personally don't understand, and I really hope, fucking fingers crossed that like nothing ever happens to Jeff. And I feel let's be real. If something happened to Jeff, I probably would never date again. Like, I'm gonna be totally honest with you. I'm just might just like move to Hawaii and hook up with women. Like, I don't know, but like I would never like feel the desire to do app dating. Like, I don't know. It doesn't. Ugh, I don't know. It's weird. Oh, it's weird. Oh, it's absolutely hilarious in the show. Of course, yeah. Like it's really fun in the show. Have you watched the new season? Apparently there's 4 episodes up like today. It like just came out today. So I'm immediately going to go do that. Remember how I was like, "Hey, I'm going to come on live because I need help deciding what book to read." JK. I'm going to go watch 4 hours of The Circle. And this is why I'm 5 books behind on my Goodreads goal. Actually, what's my Goodreads goal look like right now? Do I want to know? Do I want to know? Do I? Do I deserve that hurt? I'm 3 books behind schedule. That's not bad. You binge them, they're good. You binge them like today. Oh, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. That sounds awesome. If not seen the new ones, I'll need to check that out. Okay, well that's what I'm about to go do. That's immediately what I'm about to go do. Um I'm gonna make food and watch that. Why is Shane Dawson trending on Twitter? See, now this is no longer about books, and this is no longer about Furbies or me. It's just me going on Twitter and telling you guys about the news. Wouldn't that be fun if I did a segment called "Scrolling the Internet with Natasha"? Would that be fun? Would you guys like? Just kidding. Would you guys like to do that? Like, oh, what's going on? And then I talk about it. Why is he trending? Oh, someone started a rumor that he died. That's Listen, Shane Dawson's a bad person, but like, don't do that. Oh my god, some of the okay, I'm not. No, I'm not reading it. I'm not. I'm not gonna go through that. Someone just. It's like a fake TMZ account, and it says Shane Dawson found lifeless with cat scratches found all over him. R&P Shane Dawson. The news is on. Don't listen. I have no self control. When you tell me things like this, you know I have no self control, right? You know I have literally 15 different Instagram accounts. Please. Please. Okay, well let's look through my trending. Let's look through the trending things on Twitter. Okay, so for me, infamous Ponzi schemer Bernie Madoff has died. The news is on. Let's find out. Do I know who that is? Why does his hair look like that? Bernie Madoff has died in federal prison. He was serving 150-year prison sentence. What did he do? Largest Ponzi scheme in history. Why do I not know who this is? Or do I know the scheme, but then I don't know his name? What did he do? Oh, he did Wall Street fraud? Yeah, well, that's just boring. Okay, well. Sayonara. Have fun. Um what else is trending? For me, keep in mind, this is me. This is my my trending things on Twitter. Health Canada will not restrict the use of the AstraZeneca COVID-19 vaccine after reviewing evidence. All right, well, good. That's my opinion on that. This Twitter thread is an escape room. Interesting. Okay, okay. There's something special about testing your wits against a succession of mysterious puzzles, typically with the added challenge that you have to uncover those puzzles and the purpose yourself. Excuse me? So, can you escape this column? What? Excuse me? An escape room on Twitter? How? Oh, fuck no, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Oh, I don't have time for that. I'm not high enough for that. I'll come back when I'm high. um, The Amazing Life of Simpsons animator Edwin Algar. Oh, did he die? Oh, he did. Oh, 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 he seemed cute. Okay, well, rest in peace. Um, Robin Williams is trending for me. Why? Other than he's amazing. Me, every time Robin Williams comes up again, just cries. Yeah, Robin Williams is honestly um one celebrity death that I still to this day cannot get over. It's one that hits me so hard in my like heart and soul and chest that I cannot bring myself to watch a movie with Robin Williams in it still to this day. Something about it. Something about that one hurts me. Nintendo Direct. What is going on with that? Yeah. Okay. Anyway, nothing interesting is going on the internet. Nothing's happening. Just kidding. I'm sure there is, but nothing interesting. Okay. Well, that's it, folks. I'm gonna head off. I need to eat some food. Um, Goodwill Hunting and Dead Poet Society hurt. I can't. Like, I literally can't. But for me, I grew up on Mrs. Doubtfire and Jumanji, and I simply cannot. Like, I can't do it. Let alone Goodwill Hunting and Dead Poet Society. Nope. So anyway, I will see you guys on Twitter. I'll be on Twitter doing things. I will be trying to film videos this week at some point. But you know, I need to read books. And yeah, so I'm going to be probably reading these at some point soon. These are the two books I'm interested in. And yeah, stay tuned for my review of those, I guess. And thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out with me. I love and appreciate all of you. And stay safe. Stay at home. Wear your freaking mask. And if you can get a vaccine, great. Be nice to people. Be nice to animals. Be nice to yourself, damn it. Drink some water. Go for a walk if you can. Make sure to treat yourself. That's all I have to say. Mic drop. Please, yes. This was fun. This was fun. I miss being live. Thanks for the hanging out. Thank you for being here. Best friends, please get jabbed. Go get your jabs. Jab. Is that a jab? Jab and dab and okay. Goodbye. See ya. I'm out of here. I'll see you on Twitter where I'll be probably shit posting who knows what. Fuck if I know. All right, catch you later. Bye. And bye.